Morning, boys and girls. My name is Red. I'm the big oak tree. In our story this morning, Wish Tree, we're reading chapters 16 and 17. When you're a tree, a phrase like cut it down is bound to get your attention. Francisca had hinted at such things before, but always in jest. After a long October afternoon of raking the newly shed leaves into crisp hills, or after a particularly messy wishing day, or after stepping on my acorns in her bare feet, I felt bad about the walkways. It's an occupational hazard. To stay alive, I need a vast network of roots, and roots can be surprisingly strong. Did you hear that? Bongo asked, watching Francisca enter her house. She sounded serious this time. I've heard it all before, I said. Unfortunately, the newbies heard it too, Bongo said. Bongo calls every fresh crop of babies newbies. She pretends to be annoyed by their antics, but I know better. Listen, Bongo urged. Sure enough, I could hear the baby skunks wailing from their hidden nest under the porch. But we love Red Mama, one of them cried. Hush, their mother, fresh baked bread scolded. It's the middle of the day. You're supposed to be asleep. You're crepuscular. Crepuscular creatures like fireflies, bats, and deer are especially active at dusk and dawn. Will Red be all right, Mama? Another baby asked, whose voice I recognized as Rose Petal. All skunks name themselves after pleasant scents. I'm not sure if this is because they're a bit defensive about their reputation or if they just have a sly sense of humor. Of course, said her mother, Red is indestructible. Bongo looked at me. See what I mean? Oh dear, I said. By the night they'll all have heard. The opossums, the raccoons, the owls. Little Harold will be beside himself. Harold was the smallest barn owl nestling, and a great worrier. Barn owls give themselves sensible, no-fuss names. I'll talk to everyone, Bongo said. Calm them down. Tell them not to worry. I'm sure things will be fine. I said, I've been seen a lot of my years, the things I've fretted about that have never come to pass. I could write a book. I paused. In fact, I could be a book. Because, paper's made of trees. Bongo gave a screeching crow laugh. She didn't even scold me for my lame joke. That's when I started to worry. As much as I was concerned about the baby's reaction to Francisco's words, I was more worried about Samar. What would happen when she returned from school and saw the word carved into me? Would she think it was meant for her and her family, as Francisca and the police seemed to assume? She came home alone. Ahead of her by a few yards was Stefan. A reporter from the neighborhood newspaper was waiting on the sidewalk, interviewing people as they walked by. Word travels fast in our parts, especially when there's yellow police tape involved. Had they seen what had happened? The reporter kept asking. Had they ever made wishes on wishing day? What do you think the word leave meant? The reporter approached Stefan. Did you know why someone would carve leave into the beloved local wish tree? Stephen stared at the reporter. Then he glanced behind at Samar, sending her the shadow of a sad smile. Without answering the reporter, he headed toward his house. Samar's eyes darted from Stefan to the reporter to me. She ran closer, saw the word, and gasped. She reached a hand toward me, but the police tape put me out of reach. Are you a resident? The reporter asked. Would you like to comment on the incident? Samar didn't say a word. She turned and walked up the sagging steps to the little blue house, her head held high, standing tall, reaching deep.